it's Dominique from Lunar Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about who is secretly watching you and why. Okay, this came from a comment that really inspired me, and the comment was, why are these stalkers so obsessed? Okay, why are they so obsessed with the collective? And I thought, you know, you're right, and we're gonna find out today why these people are obsessed, why they're pressed, and what about you they just cannot get enough of and they keep coming back to. So I did go ahead and pre-pull the cards today. I am going to add on to this, but yeah, today's going to be a general reading. So let's go ahead and see who is secretly watching you and why, okay? Well, the first reason why they watch you is because a lot of people are shocked at your stability. And again, they're also, not again, but they're shocked at your star power as well and your ability to heal yourself, okay? With the King of Pentacles and the Star, you are someone who comes across as very stable, whether it be financially, mentally, emotionally. People feel like you really have it together in your own life. You come across as someone who means business, who is serious about their own life, who has goals and priorities, and now you've put yourself first in a lot of ways that matter, and that you're putting your healing first. You put you know, you're someone who still works to be like very kind and welcoming to people. I feel like you have a very like warm energy. People may tell you that you like attract people very easily. People may tend to stare at you as well. People may tend to, you know, come up to you and tell you their life story, or, you know, want to talk to you. And it's because you have this very magnetic energy with the Star card, okay? You have that local celeb vibe. One of my white and yellow cards is coming to my mind, and it says local celeb, poppin' socials, popular loner, okay? So you can be someone who is a popular loner, and that's why these people love to secretly watch you. They like to keep up with you like the Kardashians, because you have that something, you have that je ne sais quoi, you have that X factor, something that people cannot put their finger on, but it makes them want to come back to you and talk to you, okay? Or like see what you're up to, even after they have kind of moved on from you. So I'm getting specifically like who is watching you is someone that you had a falling out with, okay? With the Tower card, there is someone who thought they were going to go to the next portion of your life with you. They thought they were going to be included in this next chapter that was happening in your life. Now that could be like a partner that you had. I'm seeing specifically an ex, especially if the breakup was abrupt. It could be an ex-friend. Could even, I'm even picking up on coworkers as well. You could have changed jobs and your coworkers really didn't expect that, okay? But more specifically, I'm picking up like old friends and an ex-lover, okay? These people are the ones who are watching you. Oh, I'm also getting that your old classmates tend to watch you, especially from like high school, or if it applies, college, all right? These people definitely tend to watch you. And they just thought that you would be in the same space with them for quite a long time. They thought you would continue to entertain them, that you would continue to, you know, frequent the same spaces that you usually did. But they found that you kind of like have elevated and moved on. And that makes these people really curious about what's going on in your life. They feel like you've become disillusioned here with the Seven of Cups. Disillusioned with the way that they like maybe treated you. Maybe there were someone who was kind of condescending, or people who were kind of rude to you, and they kind of expected you to just go along with mistreatment, okay? I'm getting that for a lot of you, like you were kind of mistreated in a lot of these connections, and they just expected you to kind of like, I'm hearing shut up and take it. Like they just wanted you to keep going with whatever mistreatment was happening. They wanted you to believe that that was the best that you could get in a friendship, in a relationship, you know, but that was really an illusion. That was, you know, a false reality that they tried to portray to you. And once you actually broke out and realized that like, okay, wow, I really do deserve more. I really do deserve, you know, adequate friendships and reciprocity in relationships. They were really shocked that you managed to kind of break out of the, almost like, not the prison, but like they were shocked you managed to break out of that illusion that they had kind of cast for you. Ever since then, these people who are watching you, they feel very lost when it comes to their life. Like ever since you had this falling out with them, they feel very lost and they feel like they don't have a lot of sense of direction. And this is trying to pick these up. This is what they kind of actually wished upon you. They felt like you would be the one who was lost after the separation, that you wouldn't have a sense of direction for your life. But they found that it's actually them, and they're pretty surprised by that. They're surprised that you were the one who had clarity and you had vision and passion for your life. They kind of thought that that was them, but they realize now that you gave them you could have given this person a lot of advice when you were in their life. That could be a hint again about who this person is. Like you gave them a lot of advice when they were in your life, or they kind of saw you put the pieces of your life together and elevate even while you were friends with them, or you were in a relationship, and it inspired them to kind of move in a similar way. But once you elevated past the point they were comfortable with, because I'm getting that for a lot of these connections, they were fine with you elevating to a certain point, and they actually encouraged it to a certain point. But when they saw that you were starting to become better than them, that's when they really were upset, and they were like, oh, no. And they tried to make you feel small. I'm getting that the people who are watching you are the people who tried to make you feel small about yourself, okay? And they tried to twist the truth about whatever happened in this situation. So moving on to this next row of my white and yellow cards, the first card that came out is I've been telling lies about you on purpose. Okay, so the person who is still watching you is someone who likes to spread rumors about you. They could have been someone who likes to spread rumors in general. They would tell you business about their other friends. They would tell you business about their other coworkers. They were a gossip, okay? This is someone who likes to gossip. And they like to gossip to make themselves look better, okay? They're always talking about, oh yeah, did you hear about what Susie's up to? Oh yeah, she's up to no good. Oh, did you hear about who, Becca is dating? That person's no good. And meanwhile, my life, everything's going great. Everything's dandy. This person liked to kind of stir the pot when it came to other people's, friendships, their relationships, their financial status, so that they seemed better, okay? And I'm just getting that whatever happened between you and them, they're still trying to do this behind the scenes. Like they kind of secretly watch you so that they can almost like keep an eye on what you're doing, so they can report back to people and be like, oh, it's not that great, or oh, I heard about what they're doing, and oh, they probably buy their followers, or they probably buy their views, or oh, they probably cozy it up to their boss to get that promotion, or whatever the case may be. They have excuses as to how you got to where you are, but it's really to hide how hurt they are that you have actually left a connection. And I'm hearing that you acted as a big mirror for whoever this person is who is watching you. I'm getting that it's multiple people again who's watching you. Okay, now the one that you had the deepest relationships with are the one that you're kind of mirroring when it comes to, like classmates or people who are just kind of casually watching you. They more so just see you as you are, and we'll talk more about how you're being perceived in a second. But for a lot of these people from your past who you had deeper connections with, they feel like you mirrored back to them the parts of themselves that they were still trying to heal, that they, that they had flaws in. And that realization has made them really uncomfortable, okay? They see that you're someone who can accept constructive criticism and actually do something about it and better your life, and they are not that kind of person. They take constructive criticism as a personal attack, and that you could know someone like that who really cannot take, who really cannot take accountability, who can't say I'm sorry, who can't take constructive criticism because they feel like you're judging them or you're attacking them or whatever. Is that person. That person is still heavily watching you. Okay, but for a lot of people, and even for, these people you had a connection with, they see you as someone who's very ideal, okay? They see you as someone who has, again, a lot of passion, a lot of drive in life, that you're very naturally confident. You shine very brightly, again, with the star. You shine very brightly, and your presence actually raises the social status of others. When you start getting around people, you may notice like they start becoming more ambitious, or, your ideas kind of rub off on them, and where they want to find their own passions, and they want to lean in, and they want to, better their own lives, because you're someone who has a lot of drive and, a lust for life, and you want to go ahead and achieve your dreams. And when you're around people, that positivity really sheds onto them, okay? You inspire people to be the same way. You really uplift people. Okay, that's why people like to watch you. I'm hearing success story. People feel like they want to watch your success story. They want to watch you come up. One, so they can be inspired by you, and two, so they can go behind the scenes and try to diminish or discredit what you're doing because they don't want the comparison on them. Okay, but yeah, we do have destined for success. I mean, doesn't that say it all? People watch you because they feel like you are destined for success, okay? And they want to know how it's going to happen. Again, I'm keeping up with the Kardashians. They want to know what's going to happen, okay? So who is secretly watching you? Someone who is now removed from your life is very jealous of a victory that you've had. Okay, some of you could have been traveling recently. Some of you could have moved. You could have gotten a promotion. Or you could have gotten like noticed or had visibility in a certain way. Now, like that could be, you know, at your job, you could have more visibility. As of recently, you got called out for something good that you did in a friend group, right? When you went to a party and everyone really gravitated towards you, you were like the life of the party, that kind of energy. Or people are really noticing you. There was someone who saw that you were being noticed, who's really envious of you at this time, and this is why they choose to watch you. I feel like there could be someone around who kind of poses like they're a little bit of a friend. This could be someone who's more of an acquaintance of you, who kind of poses like they're a friend, but they're actually kind of secretly jealous of you, but they're holding back that they are. Will they do anything about it? Do they have bad intentions? No, I don't feel like that they do, but there is someone who's kind of an acquaintance of yours who sees you shining brightly in a social group or, you know, a job, right? And is jealous of the way that you're achieving victory. It also, like, with your eyes closed here, it's like you don't even really have to try too hard for this energy to be radiating off of you, okay? You have a lot of gifts and talents naturally. You're very multifaceted, multi-talented, and it is something that's actually kind of rare. Actually, it is something that it is rare. And so, yeah, people do feel envious of you sometimes when they see you shining so brightly because of your personality, because of your charisma, you know, because of who you are. And they feel like these people, you know, who are envious, they feel like they have to do so much to get other people to like them. This is what makes them want to watch you. First, they want to study you. I'm hearing Cassie from Euphoria. Some people want to get close to you so that they can study you. Okay, like this acquaintance. And then the other thing is that, you know, they're just a little bit jealous. So they kind of choose to watch you. Okay. I'm getting that your social media is being watched heavily right now as well. Okay. And moving on to some other people who are also watching you. There is somebody who wanted to make you doubt yourself and have anxiety about what you could bring to the table, so to speak. Now that could be a romantic partner. That could be someone that you were trying to date who was like maybe like negging you. That could be a coworker who's like putting you down or, you know, trying to back you into a corner. It could be a boss of some sort, right? Someone who's giving you a hard time. Someone who tried to give you a hard time recently, and you might have checked this person. All right. Someone wanted to put you in anxiety around your skill set because they felt intimidated by you. Someone wanted to almost like wrap you up here, all right, with the all tied up card. They wanted to make you feel like you weren't as valuable as you know that you are, all right? Someone who was kind of deceptive. They wanted to like pull the wool over your eyes and make themselves feel more important than they really are. Okay, this could be someone who's like competing with you in some way. I'm specifically getting like the work environment that could be happening at work, or it could be happening in a social group, right? So this person is watching you to see if what they're doing is working, if they, you know, if they actually can bind you in some way, and if they can diminish your confidence. And I feel like this is just not going to work because you naturally shine brightly. Like no one is going to be able to dim you or, you know, take away the gifts that God has given you. I mean, this is who you're meant to be. You're meant to shine. You're meant to be confident, and you're meant to guide others with your positivity and with your light. Like this is how this is what it is. It's meant to be. So there are people who are intimidated by that. So they want to kind of like, jab at you, nag you, try to make you doubt your confidence. If this is happening to you, obviously do not stand for that. Stand up for yourself and don't let these people, try to get the better of you, because it's not going to work. First of all, it's not going to work. I know you guys have some bite, okay? And if you need to check someone, you'll do that. But it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny because it's actually been happening even in my own social group. So it's funny that I feel like it's coming up in the reading, because I know like 2 people who've recently gone through that. So I do feel like it's happening in the collective, that people are really noticing that you have the ability, I heard, to go all the way. You could go all the way, and by that I mean you could get the promotion, you could be the most popular person in your group, you could outshine this person, whatever. You could take their job, I heard, anything. And people almost want to convince you that you can't, so that you don't realize your potential. But obviously it's a trick, it's a trap, okay? These people are watching you to see if they can shake you up, if they can ruffle your feathers, they can shake your energy. But I just feel like it's not working, okay? People are watching you also because they see that you are on this journey to personal healing and happiness, okay? That you really care about yourself, you really care about your self-care, and keeping that positive environment for yourself, keeping your good energy up. So yeah, some people wanted to try and dim that, but it's just really not working. All right, so I'm going to use some of the Kipper fortune telling cards now. Okay, who is secretly watching you? Okay, so far we do have ex-friends who are watching you. We have someone who's tried to put you in a corner or neg you who's watching you. People who are jealous of your being multifaceted. Excuse me, guys. And then also people who are just admiring you in general are also watching you. Okay, who's secretly watching you and why? Who's secretly watching my viewers and why? The community is watching you. Look at that community card. You have multiple people who are watching you. And maybe you are somebody who is on social media in a way. You have your own platform. If this is the case, I feel like a lot of people are drawn to you because of your positive energy, because of the message of your content. And I'm also hearing that you're being encouraged now to keep going. Don't give up. I heard, don't give up before the miracle occurs, okay? And I also heard everything happens in divine timing. So you're being encouraged to keep going on your path, especially if you are some kind of like a content creator or something, or you have a lot of eyes in the community. But in general, your community is watching you, whether that be like your hometown, especially your hometown, or even like you move to a new community, people are starting to notice you. Like people in your community are very keen on you, okay? You're very easy to notice is what I'm hearing. Like you're just kind of different than a lot of people who are around. You may not even really notice that. Only recently, I think, are you starting to notice how rare your energy truly is. All right, who is secretly watching you and why? Lovers. Ooh, interesting. So someone who's interested in getting into a relationship with you is watching you. Okay, you have someone from afar who has a crush on you, and this person is watching you. They could want to make their approach towards you as well. All right, someone who's interested in you, someone who feels like you could be their ideal person. People are watching you because they're almost like concerned about the changes that you're making in your life. Literally, it says concern and change. Okay, people are just very curious about what you're choosing to do with your life, who you're choosing to do it with, when you're choosing to do it, if you're ending cycles, if you're beginning a new cycle, especially if you did make some kind of like a big move, if you were traveling recently, if you literally moved your physical location, like if you like moved houses or something like that. Some of you could have like made a big purchase recently. Some of you could have bought a car. Some of you could have gotten a pet. People are very curious about the big moves you're making in your life. Okay, that's why they can't help but watch you. Okay, who is secret? Someone will take those. Who is secretly watching you and why? Mature woman. Okay, so you have an older woman, or I wouldn't say older, but yeah, you have a feminine energy who is watching you currently. Let's see more about this feminine energy. Who is secretly watching you and why? More about this feminine energy. Have imprisonment in reverse. So this is someone that you used to associate with, but you've actually left the relationship because it felt constraining in some way. This could be someone who used to try and keep tabs on you. One of those friendships that felt like really, really restrictive, or they wanted to know your location at all times. They wanted to keep tabs on you. If you didn't text them all the time, then they were, you know, all upset about it. So you have someone, I get this is someone who's jealous. You have a feminine energy who is jealous over some unexpected wealth that you come into, some ways that you have been elevating in terms of your finances. Okay, this could be an old friend of yours who now sees that you're living a life that they deem as more luxurious as when you last talked to them. Okay, I'm getting this can be old friends of yours, people who seem like they were mature, or they were actually could have been condescending towards you because they tried to seem more mature than you and insinuate that you weren't mature, that you were naive or something. This could have been way in the day as well. But these people are still watching you because they don't understand how you've come into such money recently, how you come into more luxury in your life, how you've had this victory. Okay, yeah, this again, you could have moved houses. You definitely could have moved houses because someone's watching you because, look, privileged lady, someone's watching you because you have been coming up lately in terms of your finances, or like you just look more like wealthy. Honestly, you look more luxurious, you look more exclusive, like whatever you I don't know what you've been doing, but you just look more expensive lately, and people are watching you because of that. They're wondering, you know, how are you making your money? How much money are you making? How can you afford this? I'm hearing that. How can you afford this? How can this person afford this? People can't help but watch you for that reason. People are very, very curious about the wins that you're having in your life right now. Okay, specifically an old friend. It could be a woman. Yeah, this person could have been deceptive and sneaky with you as well. They could have liked to travel. All right, who is watching you currently and why? You're my best friend. So yeah, again, an old friend is watching you. Okay, that says it all, doesn't it? An old friend is watching you. What else do we have? I appreciate everything you do for me. And then we also have just wants X, hit it and quit it, friends with benefits, and one track mind. Okay, interesting. You have a couple different people who are watching you. You have some people who are watching you because they like you. They feel like you're a hard worker, you have good work ethic. They appreciate you and the kind of like the generous person that you are. So they want to watch you to keep up with your journey. Okay, these are the people who are admiring you. And then you have people who are very interested in you in a sensual way. Okay, where they want to be maybe friends with benefits. They're very curious about what you're like in that kind of sense. Okay, so you have admirers right now. You most definitely have admirers and people who are interested in you in all sorts of ways. Okay, I just like playing games and winning. Okay. Yeah, there's someone who was competing with you in the past who's definitely watching you now. You definitely have people who are still trying to compete with you behind the scenes, okay? And it's because a lot of people tend to like you that they want to compete with you. They want to compete to have the same reactions to them as other people do to you. Does that make sense? Like they want a similar. They want to receive a similar energy as you do from the public, and so they want to compete with you. You have beautiful bare face. People watch you because you have a beautiful bare face. Again, the friendships, definitely. People who have crushes on you, they watch you. Who's secretly watching you and why? Look, they're watching you because you're coming into this sudden money. Again, we got sudden wealth twice, okay? Sudden money and sudden wealth. People are watching you because you're having a windfall of success. They feel like you've proven your point. Okay, they feel like if you said you're going to be successful, if you said you're going to make it for yourself, if you said you had big dreams, you proved your point. They understand. They understand now. They understand that you were going to achieve your dreams, and you're just going to make it happen. I was going to say by any means necessary, but that's not really the energy. Look, mind games. Egotistical power struggle. Yeah, so this person could have been hilarious as well, someone who's very funny, but also someone who liked to play mind games with you is currently watching you. Again, someone who wanted to compete with you, but they feel like they cannot compete with you now because I'm heard they're miles ahead. How do I compete with them when they're miles ahead? Okay, yeah. You're leaving these old haters in the dust, you know, but they're still very curious about you. Who is secretly watching them and why? Guys, especially if your social media is public in any way, whoo, oh my goodness. People watch you because of your connection to the divine. Straight up. They feel like you have a real connection to whatever, religion you practice, whatever spirituality you have. They feel like this is real. And they are very curious as to how that is, okay? They know that you're working with angels. They know that you're working with the divine, and they're very curious. You know, they feel like, what I heard, and this is kind of sad, but they feel like their prayers aren't really being answered and yours are, and that makes them jealous and they want to watch you, okay? On the other case, people who are not really jealous of you, they feel God's favor on you. Seriously, they feel the universe's favor on you. And so they want to watch you because they want to see, you know, they want to see your destiny take shape. They feel like you're destined for big things. Okay, I heard destined for success, but also like, what's that superlative? Most likely to be successful. Okay, people are secretly watching you because you went through a heartbreak and you came out even more like kind and generous. You didn't lose yourself to heartbreak, and you are still very kind, and you're not bitter and resentful. Okay, that's why people watch you. You could have, again, exes who are watching you. Your ex's friends could be watching you, and they want to know if you are, you know, still a kind person, or if you've like transformed a lot, or if you've had a, you know, what's the opposite of a glow up, a glow down? If you had a glow down since you were involved with your person. And people are very surprised to see that you're still very loving, you're still very kind, that you've healed yourself. Again, healer of the ages underneath here. People are watching to see if the heartbreaks you experienced would turn you cold, and they didn't. Who is secretly watching you? Okay. Yeah, you have someone who has a crush on you, who's secretly watching you. Someone who wants to get together with you and possibly get into a relationship. There's definitely a crush who's watching you. Now, with the lovers here, I mean, whether or not they're going to be a good match for you or not, I can't tell. But there are people who are attracted to you who are watching you, okay? Yeah, sorry to be all over the place, but this is the way the cards are coming out. But yeah, you definitely have someone who is attracted to you right now, who wants to approach you, okay, who is watching you. They may or may not be your type, but they're still watching your social media. They're still watching you in a way. You're just very noticeable and attractive right now because of all of the success that you've been having lately. Yeah, people from your past are definitely watching you. They're watching you make moves in your life, moves that they did not think you would be able to make without them. People are so shocked at your strength. Okay, that's what it really is. They're shocked at your strength, your determination, your willpower. They just did not think that you would get this far. They did not think you would be this kind, this generous after everything that you went through in life. A lot of people from your past have an inkling, or they kind of know. They've heard stories about your lore. They've heard stories about what you went through, and they really cannot believe that you are still looking forward to life. You still have your ships coming in. You still have success and luck on your side. You know, it's wild. Yeah, interesting. People who are currently like kind of disappointed with their lives, they look at you. Okay, there's someone who's very disappointed over an ending with you. Again, I'm getting that this could be an old best friend. Back to the best friend thing, right? This old best friend, or like this old lover that you had stopped talking to, they are really disappointed with their lives at this point. And they're sad that they hurt you, because I feel like there's no coming back from this. They feel like they should have just given you an apology and been mature, but there was something about like they were stuck between a friend group and they didn't know who to choose, and they made the wrong decision. I hope this makes sense, guys. They feel like they made the wrong decision and not properly apologizing to you or taking accountability for whatever it is, because now they feel like there's no coming back from the situation with you. And seeing you doing so much better than they expected, they want to be able to have access to you in your life, but they can't. Yeah, you guys are the Queen of Wands right now. You're having this crazy glow up. You dropped all kinds of burdens. You're coming across as very beautiful, you know, hot, creative, sensual, passionate, so passionate for life. And it's just very exciting to a lot of people around you. Meanwhile, a lot of people feel like they're stuck. They feel like they're stagnant in life. And it just seems like you're zooming ahead in the fast lane. And this is why people want to watch you. This is, and that's who's secretly watching you, okay? You have someone who has a crush on you. You have an ex-best friend who feels, I mean, I would say it's probably an ex-best friend who feels very hurt over the fact that they didn't really apologize to you and they feel like they should have. You have multiple people who didn't think that you were going to get to the place you are now after separating with them. They thought you'd be directionless and lost. But that's just not the case, okay? You have someone who was trying to compete with you, and it just didn't work, and they're still trying to compete with you and watch you. You have someone who was trying to like maybe put you in a corner and kind of neg you. Again, these people could be like multiple, these could be one and the same, or they could be like, maybe there could be people who fit multiple of these descriptions. That's what I'm trying to say. But yes, there's someone who's trying to kind of neg you and make you feel like you aren't as talented as you know that you are, and they're trying to kind of cripple your confidence, but that wasn't going to work. And then you have a lot of people who are just admiring you and admiring the victory that you're coming into, admiring the personal growth that you have, and admiring this upward trend that is not going to stop in your life. Okay, so that's what I have for y'all today. Just getting out a quick reading for you all. Thank you so much for watching me, and then happy holidays, guys. If you're watching right when I post it, happy holidays. Happy New Year. I almost said Merry New Year, but happy holidays, Happy New Year. And if you'd like to book a personal with me, go ahead and check out my website. That's where you can book personal readings with me. I also have a TikTok if you were interested in that. Great free content over there. And I also have, what was I wanting to say? I think that's it. I think that's really it. Okay. Thanks so much for watching today, guys. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Love and light. Bye.